Right. Cool. So, let me just have a look where you are. So, yeah, this is your pilot. He's taking you to Rigel 7 in your hijacked UFO, flying saucer. So yeah, it ended with you convincing him that he was going to take you despite his protests. It's quite a way out, Rigel 7, and but you bought the fuel for it, taking up most of Nickow's funds. Uh, and he's plotted his course in. As you've read his mind, so you know that this is, to the best of his knowledge, this is the route to Rigel 7. It's going to take, a while, like, a week, getting there. You sort of a combination of flying in your nuclear powered impulse drives, as it were, and then faster than light jumps. During each of which you see a fellow who seems to be looking for you, calling to you, beckoning his children home. Can you see old
Is that just
Apollo?
the sight of faster light?
Is that-
Oh God, my guy.
Is that who he is? That's
Jesus.
Apollo, is it?
Well, it's Apollo. You get the impression that's the name he likes to call.
Oh yeah, with his little lyre or whatever that is.
Yeah. You don't quite feel in touch with reality when you're going faster than light.
Just put your legs together for me, Apollo, while I'm talking to you, mate. just to reorganise that a little more carefully.
He doesn't.
Your ensemble is.
So yeah, it goes from that to that. Sat in the darkness of interstellar space. Like I say, about 4 days go by. Nick out and your driver seem to be getting on now, but they're looking tired. 4 days of sitting effectively in a minivan, eating Zobu bars and drinking urine recyc. And you see up ahead, a light starts flashing on the dashboard, and there's a service station coming up, and they both kind of look at you longingly, hoping that you're going to let them stop and stretch their legs. You come along, you're like, oh man, get a proper meal, stretch your legs, use the bathroom. What do you reckon? We're going to need to pick up some more fuel, I reckon, or, come on, let's stretch our legs. You see it appearing in the distance.
Oh, so this has been a couple of days, is it?
Who's...
A couple of days, 4 days.
Brilliant. Can we not stop there?
So we're back to full health.
I mean, no, it looks...
You are back to full health. You'll have regained 4 pyros each time Actually, you'd probably be... Oh, hang on. You wouldn't be on full. What's your maximum? 10? Yeah, 4. Regain 4 of your pyros.
Cool. Right, well, I'm going to use some of that pyros. I'm going to ask him. I mean, yeah. Be honest. When we get to this fueling station, what's your plan? Are you going to? You're not going to try anything stupid, are you?
Are you reading his mind? Is that what you're
I'm going to read his mind. Yeah.
Oh my God,
I need to remind myself how to do that.
So we've got have we got our health back, even our lethal damage, or
how
is
much
that
lethal damage did you have?
Sorry, I've got Azoth in there.
4 lethal?
4 lethal. God, you'll have got.
Oh no, it's supposed to be there.
Back.
How many? Sorry.
2. 2 points of lethal. Anyone else damaged?
Sorry, let's have a look.
So yeah,
No, I'm looking okay.
I think I was on 3 points of lethal.
You'll have healed 2. You'll also all have got 1 point of willpower back.
Cool.
Ah, cool. Have we got our Pyros back? Sorry.
You've got 4. It's been 4 days. I think there's a bit of an echo. Someone's.
There is. Composure and Azoth, by the way, that's what he needs to roll to counter my. Has he done that?
He has. He's failed. His mind is weak at this point. Yeah, you reckon he's not got it in him to fuck about. He wants a meal. He's seen that there are some of those pod beds like they have in Tokyo. He's hoping that you have it in your heart to let him rent one for a bit because it is uncomfortable. You can pick up a lot of stink pheromones in the air. It must be quite unpleasant for a pair of them at this point. They never intended to fly you anywhere. So it is essentially like I say, like a car, maybe like a sort of camper van where there's technically a toilet and a kitchen. But yeah, it's a urine recycler and a box of Zobo bars that's running out.
Nice.
So is he?
Yeah, no, we're all right for supplies, aren't we? But it's Nikau who's actually got to eat, and he's biologically tainted.
Is. So yeah, they start pulling into the services.
Is everyone just frozen?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Can you hear us?
Oh, has he gone? Yeah, no. Oh, no. I can hear, but...
He's just being very still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
On and off.
Mm.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I just point out that picture looks a bit rude?
Sorry, Jim, go on.
The joys of Roll20.
Which picture?
just kind of looks like you've just drawn a bunch of penises at the front of the kind of. Well, is it just me?
Oh, yeah,
I thought you meant.
Yeah, I'm with you. Just highlight it for the viewers.
No, man, those are. Anyone who drew penises like that in school with such a long slit like Jap sign, man, I disagreed with design, man. I thought that was. I never liked the way that was drawn.
No,
I thought you meant the building itself looks like a stool.
It does a bit. It looks like the old poo emoji. So that's that as well.
It's like a coiled stool, man. Like it's been made in some sort of giant's turd, which just happens to be the best place you could make a shop.
Oh yeah, it's floating in space.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. So you pull in.
Right.
Oh, you see, I'm with you. Right, so it's like a big glass dome, isn't it? Like
big glass dome. You've got to wear your sort of your personal helmet to get there. Well, you guys don't, but Nikau and what's his name? You drive. I don't think you.
Is there someone still with us from the pilots?
Is the what? Sorry.
We only killed one pilot.
We only killed one of them. We let the other one. He was a bit of a coward, and he was going to double cross us at one point, but he's given up on the idea.
Yeah, are you fully connected, S2? Can you?
No, I think my connection's.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I think I've remembered why you needed a mic, because we're getting a huge amount of feedback through your system as well.
Yeah. The demons.
The demons.
The demons are screaming at you, unfortunately.
Yeah,
you see, I told you, man. I told you there was a reason.
Yeah, sorry. weirdly demon.
Because I'm on a rustle like fuck now.
Yeah, the rustler. What you need to do is buy a mic for 12 quid.
Hadn't you just told us that you didn't need a?
No, just
Wasn't that what you were saying earlier? That you'd been telling us you didn't need that. Anyway, carry on. Plug it in now.
no. I was telling you that you guys told me I needed it.
Yeah, we must have done because of
That's
the
not
echo,
sure
and
what,
then we
what I was
forgot.
telling me.
Right, so yeah, you've got your co-pilot with you. He's the one that's flown you here.
The co-pilot, which at this stage has no name.
Has no name. No.
Co-pilot.
Yeah.
Co-pilot. Do you wish to know it, or is it better not to humanize?
It's probably best not to. Yeah, co-pilot, man. He's just a co-pilot.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, they get in. They go through the.
He's the guy who's teaching me to fly.
And they're straight up to the into the food court. It's pretty standard sort of canteen. Trays of various coloured slop. They run in, pick themselves a plateful, and go and sit down and start munching into it. It's not hugely busy, but there's a fair few people. There's various races. Pretty much the main three that you've encountered: the blue guys, the green guys, and the insectoids. But there's a few randoms knocking about as well.
Is this all food
Blue guys,
processing?
eh?
Is this all food processing corporation food? Do we know?
Yeah, you see a little sign there, and it is.
You mean the Food Rendering Corporation? Then?
That's the one.
That's it.
FDC. You know me.
Yeah, it's a mofo bar vending machine as well. They've clearly not been around to update it with the new.
The older, bigger bars, excellent.
Yeah, you can do an actual comparison. We've shaved about 0.5 centimetre off, but the packaging is nicer.
It's like me with my demons, man. Oh, that's shaving a demon.
Gotta be done.
So what's your plan? Are you just having, well, I mean, like you say, you guys don't need any form of rest or anything here.
We'll stick to these fools like glue though, man, because I mean I don't trust that insectoid, and to be fair, I think anything alive with half a brain doesn't want to go to Rigel 7, do they? I think we've established that it's a no-fly zone, so...
Yeah, I mean, he did... He wasn't planning on doing anything stupid. I did, I searched his brain.
Oh, yeah, sorry, okay.
But all the same, yeah, we should definitely keep an eye on him.
Yeah, always near.
The brain search.
Well, yeah, you see the sort of things are here, that you'd expect in a service station on Earth, really. There's information about the local area, place selling fuel, that sort of thing. I mean, if you want to have a look, you've not got a huge amount, but if you've got the core rulebook, if there's any sort of basic standard objects you want to look at and buy, let me have a look at this. If there's anything.
No stuff with the utility belt, man.
Yeah, you've got your 8 slots to fill, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
If you can. Because there's a lot of things that are, like I say, just sort of mundane items, but actually, you might think, well, that's kind of useful.
Oh, it is a question then. With mundane items, what if I was to buy, and this might not exist, but like a space biker suit and a space helmet? Like a bike helmet. I'm thinking of a disguise.
Oh, I see, to try and pass ourselves off as human. How humanoid are we in shape?
Yeah, how does that work? Does that, do we instantly disquiet people, or does it go against our pilgrimage or something? I'm not thinking of just being in a biker gear all the time, but we might need a disguise at some point where it'd make sense that we were humanoid.
Yeah,
No, that's a good idea.
that is a good idea.
People are wearing not biker helmets, but those, like I was saying, the personal breathing helmets that cover your face. Look a bit like a sort of a stormtrooper or a Mandalorian style helmet with a breather attached. And yeah, I'd say that would give you, if you were dressed in that, it would give you a bonus on your disquiet rolls. I suppose it would be them getting the bonus, wouldn't it? So, as they're trying to resist. Yeah. But, yeah, that would definitely be something to buy. In fact, let's have a look.
Oh, it's time to get myself some Beskar steel underpants if they've got those.
Still selling just that. Right, where's...
Equipment's on 270 in the call.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I'd say anything to do with sort of software or computers is a bit of a, isn't available. But any of the other stuff. And let's see if it does have.
Have we got anything in the way of money?
Well, you've not really, no, to be honest. And my guy had spent all his money on fuel, so you've got 1 dot in resources, we'll say. So anything that's 1 dot. I mean, but obviously, as you said last time, you were thinking, it's your moral code is only just sort of forming, as it were. So.
Yeah, I was just thinking about my moral code and anything that might be on the flying saucer, like the backup navigation computer or something like that. You might just, we won't be needing that, will we?
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe not the computer, but you could go in and see what you could salvage. I mean, there's a load of tools and clothes.
We need to strip Nick out of his clothes, man. We need to say, Nick out, man. We need to start just wearing a paper suit, and all this like space dollars, man, of value that you're wearing needs to just be exchanged for fuel. Or maybe as part of Nick Out's cover, he's the sort of guy who robs a space fuel place, man, and just takes the fuel. Because he's a gangster on the run, hiding out with his robot. That's his cover.
Right.
And this will help to form part of his his legend. That's the word.
Well, stealing plutonium, I'd rather do that after I've bought my new disguise. Well, I reckon that's...
Yeah, no, let's do normal shopping and then we go and steal the plutonium, man. We're just robots, man. People just think, oh, what's them robots doing?
Do you know what? I'm just looking at the list of stuff here, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure whether I really want any of this stuff. Apart from, the only thing I can see here that's useful is duct tape, but I probably don't really want that. But the more I think about it, the more I think, actually, yeah, I do definitely want duct tape.
Yeah.
No, you do, man. And you need to watch Skyscraper with The Rock, man.
I've not seen it.
When you watch Skyscraper with The Rock, man, that's the whole film sponsored by duct tape, man. He's got like a prosthetic leg, and he basically has to keep it in play. Oh, but speaking of plugging other films, Fallout, yeah, Mission Impossible 4 Fallout. I rated that. Cruise is all right.
Yeah, and everyone likes a bit of Cruise, man.
It can be.
It's Cruise and Cavill.
Duct tapes.
The dream team.
One of your, one of your slots in your utility belt.
What you say? Duct tape, yeah.
Yeah, you get a stack of 6 rolls of duct tape if you want.
Oh, nice. Cool. Oh, no, that's not bad.
Does anybody else get anything? Or how much is your disguise, do you reckon?
I don't know, but I'm willing to take stuff from the Flying Saucer. So maybe one of Nick Howell's nicest pair of trousers.
Right, yeah, he's got his new. He's got one outfit, and he's got a summer and a winter outfit.
Oh well, he's not going to need the summer outfit on Rigel 7. I reckon. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a logical decision. Right, it's better to have a winter outfit and be able to take your jumper off in the summer than to have a summer outfit on a frozen waste planet.
Right.
So I'm deciding his summer outfit is superfluous.
Fair enough. What about you guys? Do you want disguises?
Oh, no, it's summer outfits.
I do like the sound of a disguise. That sounds like a really good idea of a some sort of costume. Yes. So yeah,
no,
I'll
man,
have
just the plastic, one of them plastic like glasses and a mustache and a nose, man.
That'll do it.
Just to give you an extra disquiet role, man.
Well, I suppose that'd add to the disguise of us as a group, because it'd be a blue alien, 2 Mandalores, and a eccentric robot with a Groucho Marx disguise.
Yeah.
I've just googled. I can't. It's a shame you can't post anything onto this Roll20 D20. Okay, but anyway, I just googled Johnny 5 disguise, and I'm just sort of imagining that's what you'd look like. If you remember Johnny 5.
Yeah, I remember his disguise.
Did he wear a trench coat? Did he wear a trench coat in the disguise? I'll have to Google it.
He had a trench coat at some point as his disguise, yeah.
Standard robot disguise.
He's just kind of got a bandana around his neck. I mean, he's sitting a hat on. That's about it. But anyway.
So the summer clothes. Will they get me? Will they get 1 disguise, 2 disguises? I mean, how fly were his summer clothes?
His disguise is brilliant.
His clothes are pretty good. He had, they're brand new summer clothes. So yeah, it's quite a nice sort of linen suit you've got, basically. And I suppose there's a spare helmet in there as well. That you could wear. One of these. A helmet with a breather.
Oh, cool, right. So if there's an helmet there, so I'll just trade these summer clothes in for some sort of what is it, biker style stormtrooper suit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not expecting it to have like an armor class or anything.
I mean, to be honest, I'm trying to think where you're going to trade this in.
Oh yeah, it's not looking great, is it? Yeah, they need what they call cash converters, man. Isn't they, we can only see the front of the shop here, and is there a cash converters?
What's that sign? No, what does that sign say there, man? Just go closer. I'm sure it's. The more you zoom in.
Under
Definitely
25%.
That's what my guy's doing.
Cash converter.
Under 25%.
25%. There's a cash converter. Yeah.
I reckon the odds are higher, man, because at this place, if you need fuel, man, you're gonna need to sell shit. There's got to be a guy here, man, ready to profiteer on that.
Well, you don't really get cash converters at service stations. I'm thinking.
Not on Earth, man, but in space, man, where people might need cash to get home, because otherwise they'll be stranded in space. Be willing to sell anything, man.
No,
especially if they found space treasure.
No, it's like I say, it's pretty
Space.
much the same as Earth. You know, it's people stopping on long journeys. Really.
Looks like Nick Al gets to
about
keep
this?
his shorts.
What's this snake doing here, man?
It looks happy.
odd. He's just had a nice.
He's buying pod beds, whatever they are.
sleep.
I thought it was a space snail.
Ah.
He does look a bit like a space snail.
I suppose it does, yeah. So, like I say, are you just, yeah, I mean, like I say, you've probably not got enough for a disguise each, really.
Boo.
No, I don't want a disguise. I'm
Not through
quite
any,
happy
you
to.
know, lawful means. So, are you just letting them have a meal and leaving? Are you doing anything else while you're here? Are you letting them have a night's kip, or? Are you
I
just-
wonder if
Yeah, well, let him have a night skip in the pod bed, and we'll stake out the fuel depot and get an idea of when it might be a good idea to strike.
I'd like to hear a bit more about if we can get it dropped into conversation or around and about a little bit more about Rigel 7. I feel we're a little bit closer to it now. You know, maybe people out here in the frontiers aren't
That's a good
as
idea.
paranoid about the likes of Rigel 7. It might be just, oh yeah, you know, it's a bit wild, but
Right,
it's
yeah.
all right. It was there last week.
You can see there's a sort of a display telling you where you are. You're near that octillion B. You're almost at where you were going to pretend you were going, and then you're about 2/3 of the way to Rigel 7. And that's kind of in this almost unmarked bit of the display. But yeah, as not many people are mentioning it, but when it does get mentioned, it's people. No one goes there. It'd be a bad idea. No one, who goes there comes back.
Right, so we're on the same message with that.
Pretty much. I mean, are you doing anything to sort of drop it in conversation? You're just basically listening, standing still and
Just listening, man. We're robots.
fair play. Yeah, it's just not somewhere that you would choose to go.
So, did you say there's like information on the sort of local vicinity? Does that extend as far as Rigel 7 at all, or would it extend? Yeah.
Yeah, you type in. Well, yes, give us some intelligence and computers.
Intelligence and computers. I'm not sure whether we can do that.
I'll go through the record.
Okay, have I got any computer skills? I have no computer skills, but let's try this anyway. Just thrash about on the. Yeah. No, that wasn't very successful.
Yeah, I mean, you type in Rigel 7 and it comes up with no entries, and this is a kind of an information hub. A bit like
Right, I see. It's computerized, and so they haven't got loads of map books and things, and it's not like a service station where there's loads of that kind of thing. Old school.
There's a shop selling these things, and there's some maps, talking about the public transport. But yeah, there's nothing talking about Rigel 7, and you look at the sort of map of the rocket buses that come and go. You see these blue and yellow things. That's the effectively the public transport, the National Express of
right
part of the galaxy, and there's no mention of Rigel 7 in any.
Right.
Anyone else got any computers? Anyone else want to dig a little deeper into this? Because there's a lot of information on it, but it's not obvious how you access it. It's a bit of a funny user interface. This one.
I've got computer and
yeah, no, I've got back.
But yours, yeah,
I've got
that's
computer and
Susan's
intelligence, man. This is my.
Oh, it's your thing. Do your thing.
Yeah, no, this is my forte.
Yeah, you get to
Forte, man.
you realise there's no mention of Rigel 7 in any of the stuff there, but when you go to the archives and look, sort of about 5 years ago, well, about 10 years ago, it was like one of the main stops. Almost everything went through Rigel 7, and there was, loads of. It was a bit like the 42. There was just one every 5 minutes, literally. Whereas, other buses are like every half an hour. It was like 3 or 4 times a day you could get a rocket to Rigel 7 from this service station. 5 years ago, there was, one every couple of days, and then that was it. The last one stopped, just under 5 years ago, and now there's nothing. There's no mention of it, and a few other stops. Some of the little stops around it closed at the same time, and a few others sort of fell off, and everything from what you can imagine is that particular area of space now is you could maybe get a rocket bus to a food rendering service station out there, but you check the reviews and it's a very poorly reviewed service station. But yeah,
no doubt.
Right. Do you want to? Is there any other type of information you want to look up? Anything? Because there's a few other kind of machines, and sort of display units you could find out about if you want to keep researching.
Yeah, I don't. Pointless me researching. I don't know how to work these things.
No, man. I don't think we should go here, man.
You don't want to go to Rigel 7 after all of it. We've killed a man.
I mean, there's a lot of problems with it. There's nothing bodes well about it.
No, it doesn't. But didn't we establish that this was the place to bring light to the darkness?
Oh, did we establish that?
Yeah, that was crystal clear, man.
You did hear there were people back at the beacon station who described it as the darkness that take the stars was what had taken Rigel's.
Oh yeah, well then we definitely need to go. That's a sign. Yeah, no, that sounds like almost the makings of a prophecy.
Oh really? I don't think we should go here.
Well, we've murdered one man and kidnapped another, so I reckon in for a penny, in for a pound.
That wasn't...
We've sunk our costs.
That wasn't murder, that was justice, man.
Yeah.
It was murder justice.
The ever-present...
See, even the robots... robots always come to the same conclusion, man. It's just part of humanity. They had to learn.
I mean, that is the thing, isn't it? Your roles, you two are vigilantes, S1 and S2, and are you a watcher, G5?
I'm a watcher, yeah. So, actually, yeah. I keep forgetting I'm a watcher.
It freaks me out.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that I've recently had a sort of a weird schizophrenic episode.
You're going to watch the light of the universe go out, man.
Yeah. Actually, well, yeah, given that... I'm going to spend my time, given that I am a watcher, I am going to spend my time sitting in the corner of the food hall, just watching people. Since that's what watchers do. And, trying to gain information about this sector.
Fair enough. What are you guys doing?
Well, I suppose, now we're developing a sense of justice. Apart from keeping an eye on my humanoid companions, I will keep an eye out for, if there's any bullies about, robbing from the weak, they might need a bit of a robot fisting to sort them out. That'd teach them a lesson.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing a bit of sort of amateur sort of anthropology as well. You say there's like a bunch of different species here. I'm kind of like looking at how they interact and seeing which ones are the dominant ones, which ones are the oppressed ones, and what have you. Yeah, it's just getting a feel for where everyone fits in. That's what I'm doing.
And S2, are you observing the scene as well, or?
No, man, I'm scoping out the plutonium.
Right.
I've got a bit of subterfuge, man.
Yeah.
I know my style. And I have a low presence, man, so people don't notice me.
Cool. Well, yeah, you guys are
Just
sat in the
moodle over.
Yeah, you guys are sat in the food court for now. We'll come to you in a bit, S2, and you're watching sort of what's happening, and you do notice the aliens. You can't really tell based on their race. You know, you can see rich ones and poor ones, but they're pretty, equal, really, the different races. It seems like this is, concepts such of racism that you've just imagined now in your head don't seem to apply to this society. They seem quite aggressive. Although there is, like I say, a discrepancy between rich and poor. There's a lot of kind of not quite VIP areas, but posher bits that people with smartly dressed go in. And then there's the sort of cheaper bits that people wearing just
people work hard, man.
Yeah, people just crude work clothes sit in. And it's funny, Nick House sat in that side, but the suit he's wearing would, is more suited for the VIP areas.
Is he wearing his winter suit, or has he got like a moderate clothing on?
Yeah, he's got a moderate one, the sort of spring and autumn attire that he's wearing. But he looks a bit wrinkled, actually. After 4 days of sitting in a chair, drinking your own urine, it's looking a little creased and stained.
No one made him do that, man.
Well, technically, you guys made him do that.
We need to make sure he's got plenty of food and mofo bars, man. And just, like, let's get him some entertainment from the shop, man. Like, some videos or some shit, stuff for him to watch while he's on the spaceship. Stop him going mad.
I think he's going to get gout, man, if he's drinking his own urine and eating protein bars. I'm pretty sure. Them uric acid crystals are going to start building up, man. I reckon you get space gout in your sort of craw ear, it's like just under the jaw.
He does keep rubbing his neck every now and again and sort of starting.
Two ball-like jowls that descend from beneath the jaw. Just the ball jowl, man.
Oh, poor guy, man.
Nah, he'll be fine. Once he's had a night's sleep, he'll be up for it. He's getting into this lifestyle now. He's the undercover corporation man. Speaking of corporation, you see, a bigger one of their rockets arrive, and it's the delivery of Zobu bars and all the marketing, paraphernalia to replace the mofo bars. And yeah, now you can feel a real discrepancy. The people who work for the corporation are real dicks, and bullying all the service station staff, and helping themselves to free drinks and free food, and acting as if they own the place.
Right.
Yeah.
Would that include?
Maybe we need to bring them to justice.
Would that include our friend? I mean, he works for the corporation.
He's kind of hiding himself. They don't notice him because he's a customer. And they're all right to the customers. It's just the other staff that they're dickheads. But yeah, Nick Howe's sort of trying to hide himself because obviously he doesn't want to be seen or recognised here. But yeah, so S2, you're going around to the fuel station. And yeah, you're looking. It's basically a shop. This fuel one, it sells various different sized, like glowing suitcases of plutonium.
Bit of intelligence and subterfuge to see if I can spot a way of relieving this place of a suitcase.
Yeah, go on then.
I'm wondering whether to put some willpower into this. Not much willpower. This is actually crucial, isn't it? This could be one of those moments where I'm inspired, you know, because I'm so driven. My driven merit.
Right. So you're inspired.
That condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a worthy condition to have? Sorry, my laptop's been really slow and not bringing up the book quickly enough.
So what are you saying you're inspired to do?
To acquire this plutonium through theft and subterfuge.
Right. Yeah. I shall have a look exactly what it does. Inspired. Inspired, your character is deeply inspired. When your character takes an action pertaining to that inspiration, you may resolve this condition. Gain a willpower point and consider the roll exceptional on 3 successes instead of 5. Right, okay, so yeah, you feel inspired to...
Right, so I gained that willpower point and I put it into the roll.
No, you gain if you get 3 successes. Or is it? Oh, right, no, you're right, you get it. Yeah, fair enough. Put it into the roll. So this is what, intelligence and subterfuge, so you can...
Oh, shame.
Oh,
No
shame.
exceptional success for you.
Yeah.
No exceptional success, but a success.
That's a brilliant merit, that. What does it cost?
It'll just be 2. And get a beat then as well, because you just resolved the condition.
I got 3. I put 3 into it, but... Sorry, what did you just say then, GM?
Get
a beat.
Yeah. You've resolved the condition. So what was the actual roll for? What are you trying to figure out? If there's a way of sneaking in and helping yourself?
Yeah, what's the best way to try and steal the plutonium? A sufficient amount to power us.
Every so often, a robot...
Excuse me.
And then, help out. And sometimes there's a few of them. And, you reckon if you could time it, just when it's busy enough, when you've got a good few, each member of staff's got a customer, and there's a couple of robots have come in to get some plutonium. You pick one up with them and just walk out. And then, like I say, that right, a couple of loudmouth customers waving their arms about, or just asking to for something special, so everyone's distracted. You reckon you could do it? But yeah, you're gonna have to time it well. So let me have a look.
S1, you should be up for a bit of this because you know your larceny, don't you?
Well, I'm quite up for this. I think I'll help you out and check out things with a bit of larceny, but I'm also thinking, as a distraction, I've had my eye on these corporation boys that are bullying the staff. I'm just wondering if a bumbling robot goes past and just spills boiling schlurm on one of the dicks. And then while they're screaming and creating a scene, you've got a bit of the... you might have a window of robbery or something. Take me to have a look at the place, and I'll try my larceny on it, and we'll have a think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go back and to see my guy.
Right, yeah, you meet up and discuss this. So you want to do your larceny to see about stealing the fuel?
Yeah, I'll use larceny.
What's G5 doing?
Right. So are you guys are going to try and steal some stuff? Do you want me to try and create some sort of diversion?
Oh, you could be the person who spills the hot stuff on the, or whatever our diversion is. Yeah, you could be diversion guy.
Yeah, because I've still got scapegoat and what have you. So that's always useful for that kind of thing. I can just create a riot.
That would be a
potentially
powerful distraction. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty helpful, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm going to try a wits larceny, and I'm going to put a point of willpower into it because I reckon it's an important role, this one, the plutonium to Rigel 7.
Yeah.
So, let's have a look.
Right, so this will effectively be helping S2 with his timing of it as well.
Right, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Oh, someone's got an exceptional
right,
success.
that is, an exceptional success. Right, yeah. So
Right, sorry, I'm gonna have to reboot it because everyone's being really flickery and stuff.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's a big delay between me speak. Yeah, there's a big delay between when I speak and you guys hear it as well.
There is.
Right, well, we'll join you.
Right, I've got a fly exceptional success there. What's that doing?
Right, yeah. So you see exactly how these robots are sort of what they're pressing and what they're doing to get the glowing suitcases. And yeah, I'm wondering how it makes it exceptional. Just he's going to get 5 extra dice from it, and
I suppose that's exceptional enough, isn't it?
Yeah, you spot there's a special offer rack that are the same plutonium unit that's near the door as well. So, yeah, you doubt it's you're not going to need as big a distraction, or you're not going to need other robots coming in if you two just sort of stand, at the door there. Then when the distraction happens, you can literally pop in, grab some of the ones on special offer, and get to your thing. If you get
shit,
yeah,
marvelous.
Right. So yeah, S2, S1's seen exactly like saying you can see exactly what you've got to do to detach these things and walk out. He might have gone again.
He's gone again, yeah. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this distraction.
Well, they're pretty brash, aren't they, and nasty, the corporation guys. So I reckon that they like to lose the rag at the slightest thing. Even if you just get under one of the feet, it might be a case of decommission this thing.
So is that a corporation guy who's gone in the fuel depot? Right.
But the thing is, to do like a touch of vigilantism, I'd like to find a way to. I'd like him to be not only part of the distraction, but humiliated in some way. Like if you was to fall and pull his pants down, or no matter how basic, if it was, I think engineering some kind of comeuppance for these gits would be quite.
Yeah, it'd be quite fun. I'm thinking of a similar kind of thing. Yeah. Well, sort of similar-ish. I was just going to spill, like you say, Red Hot Schlerm on one of them. That was my initial thinking, and then put my hand on his shoulder and scapegoat him while I'm doing it.
Yeah, there's some revenge for him being a numpty.
Well, I mean that's an option. So you would be disquiet. Would you be deliberately causing disquiet? Because that is the one way to do this all without any messing about with rolls. If you go in, cause disquiet, and scapegoat him, no one's going to bat an eyelid at robots picking up plutonium because
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? That's our ultimate plan.
Yeah.
if Frankenstein's monster just steps into your shop, you kind of give him your full attention.
This is very true.
But it is a bit of not necessarily a nuclear option. It's not going to cause too many problems because obviously last time you had people that were on the edge of rioting anyway. Whereas
and also I did a Yargo's Whisper on one of them, so I literally caused him to I just hit my microphone there, caused him to attack which I don't necessarily think that's. Although who knows? We'll see how it develops.
Well, and then you guys also attacked him first as well.
Well, yeah.
But no, it's no, you'll be fine. So is that what you want to do and just have it happen, as it were?
Yeah, no. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to eyeball the situation with my watching. Using my watching skills to watch carefully what's going on, see who the real prize prats are, right, in the room. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to wait till two of them, ideally prize prat number 1 and somebody, well, ideally prize prat number 2 if they ever get close enough. But when two of them are fairly close to each other, I'm just going to walk past. I'm just going to bump one of them into the other one.
Right.
Whilst scapegoating him.
Right, okay.
And hopefully, I mean, ideally, while he's got some food in his hand so that, some soup or whatever would be nice. So is all of that possible if I watch for long enough? Does that come about?
If you watch, technically, you're going to get two of the top 5 prize prats in the room.
Yeah.
May well cross their paths, one with hot soup in his hand. So you're then going to bump into him.
Yep.
Cause disquiet in the room.
Yep.
Point him out. Scapegoat the guy who's had hot soup spilt on him, or the hot soup spiller.
No, that's a good question. The hot soup spiller. Yeah, the hot soup spiller. He's already going to be potentially a target, and then the scapegoating is going to confirm it in the other guy's mind. There is absolutely no way it could have been an accident. That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay,
so
this is going to go. You're waiting for this to happen, or at least as close to this as could happen.
Yeah.
In the fuel thing, and then S1 and S2 will be outside ready to snatch a couple of suitcases.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been closely monitoring. Can I roll something to see how well I've been closely monitoring the situation to come up with the perfect scenario?
Yeah. Empathy's a skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, intelligence and empathy.
Let's do that. I'm pretty good at that.
Is this the bit where you've had one eye on the pot and one eye on the chimney, man?
3 successes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, you've got a good eye of the room. You do notice there is a couple of prize prats.
Good.
There's the corporation people. There's a couple of sort of high-ranking guys who are dicks, but there's this other guy who's like, with the security of the station. You can see he's a dick as well. They're both the green guys. I'll show you a quick reminder of what the green guy looks like.
I remember the green guys.
Yeah, I think. No, letting me go all that way. So let me just stop at this guy and then. Oh. Jesus Christ!
Alien Jesus.
There we go.
There we go.
This dude, yeah.
Yeah, so a couple of those. One in a security outfit, one dressed for the corporation. They're the worst, and you can see that they've both been in and out of the fuel ones that the corporation guy popped in first. He's going to come back on his way out. The security guy's been in and out as well, so you reckon it's only a matter of time before they cross over?
Yeah, well, like I say, whichever one's the biggest price Pratt is the one that's going to get the ideally get the soup poured all over him.
Oh, okay, well,
so the other guy gets bumped into him.
Right, odd. It's the security guy who's doing the bumping and getting scapegoated, and even it's the corporation guy. So
I suppose, yeah.
Corporation guy. He's got a nice steaming hot mug of Slurm. And you see him. He starts coming towards the fuel depot now. Have we heard from S2? Is he?
S2 has vanished.
S2's having Wi-Fi issues, so I'm assuming that there's a router rebooting going on somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. Should we pause recording?
Yeah, be an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do it in 2 parts and then.